George Clooney, Oscar-winning actor, director, humanitarian, and global icon, has been at the center of Hollywood's elite for decades. Known for his sharp wit, political activism, and undeniable charm, Clooney seemed like the man who had it all: the career, the influence, the wealth, and most importantly, the love of an extraordinary woman, Amal Clooney, the brilliant international human rights lawyer who captivated the world with her intelligence and elegance. But behind the headlines, red carpets, and humanitarian missions, a devastating truth was unfolding quietly, far from public view. A truth that Amal Clooney has finally decided to speak out about. A truth that would shake not just fans, but friends, family, and the entertainment industry as a whole. Insiders close to the Clooney family began to notice something wasn't right long before the public ever had a clue. Friends who had known George for years started to mention forgotten appointments, repeated stories, and moments of confusion that seemed out of place for someone so famously articulate and mentally sharp. At first, Amal dismissed the symptoms as fatigue. After all, George was juggling multiple film projects, philanthropic commitments, and his role as a father of twins. But soon, the signs became harder to ignore. Missed cues during interviews, strange pauses in conversations, unexplained mood swings. And then came the moments where George himself admitted that he couldn't remember important events, like meetings, names of close friends, or even moments with his children. It was only after months of growing concern and a series of medical consultations that the unthinkable was confirmed: George Clooney was diagnosed with early-onset dementia. For Amal, the diagnosis was devastating. How do you process that the man you love, the father of your children, your partner in every sense of the word, is slowly slipping away in a way no one can stop? She was heartbroken, overwhelmed, and terrified of what this would mean for their family. And most painfully, she was alone in her silence. Until now. After months of hiding the truth and protecting George's privacy, Amal Clooney has finally opened up. In a heartfelt statement that brought many to tears, she revealed the journey her family has been on, the pain of watching someone so vibrant struggle with his own mind, and the strength it takes to carry on each day with grace. She described moments of clarity where George is his old self, funny, thoughtful, loving, and moments of heartbreaking confusion where he forgets who he's speaking to. She spoke of the anguish of having to explain things repeatedly, of comforting him through fear and frustration, and of watching the man she fell in love with battle a disease that has no cure. But more than anything, Amal spoke with love. Her words were not those of someone defeated, but of a woman determined to cherish every moment, fight for her husband's dignity, and use her voice to raise awareness about a condition that affects millions of families around the world. As Amal's statement made headlines, the entertainment world was rocked. George Clooney is not just a celebrity, he's a symbol of intelligence, class, and moral clarity. To hear that he is facing such a profound personal struggle was a wake-up call to many in the industry. Tributes began pouring in. Fellow actors, directors, producers, and fans flooded social media with messages of support. Hashtags like #ClooneyStrong and #PrayForGeorge began trending globally. Celebrities who had worked with George in the past shared their favorite memories and expressed their love for both him and Amal. Rather than retreat from the world, Amal has decided to use this moment to advocate for awareness and research into dementia. In interviews and speeches, she has begun calling for increased funding for early detection and support services for families. She's partnering with global organizations to launch initiatives that will ensure others don't have to face this diagnosis in silence and confusion. She hopes her voice, backed by the love she has for George, can bring light to a subject that too often remains in the shadows. Amal and George have always kept their children out of the spotlight, but this challenge has brought a renewed focus on family. According to sources close to them, Amal is doing everything she can to maintain a sense of normalcy for their twins, Ella and Alexander. She wants them to grow up remembering their father not just as a movie star, but as a man of incredible love, integrity, and kindness. At this time, George Clooney's public schedule has been dramatically reduced. He's no longer accepting new roles, and upcoming projects are either paused or quietly reassigned. But George is not giving up, far from it. He's living each day fully, surrounded by those who love him, and continuing to make memories that matter. This story is a reminder that no one, no matter how admired, successful, or seemingly invincible, is immune to life's hardest challenges. But it's also a reminder of the power of love, and of how even the most painful truths can be faced with dignity and grace. If this story moved you, please subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share your thoughts and support in the comments below. You never know who might need to hear this story, or who might be going through something similar. Let's keep this conversation going.